Hey everybody, and welcome back. Jim here. Well, I've made it up to camp. It's Wednesday, and it's supposed to get up into the 70s perhaps here in the foothills of Maine. I'm in the western Maine mountains right now, and I gotta tell you, if you're gonna come up here, two things you better have. Plenty of. First off, you better have plenty of this, because you're going to need it. And you better have plenty of water. I brought both. I don't have the camper here, so I'm really remote. But hopefully, this weekend, we're hoping to go to Rangeley for the long weekend. And then when we leave Rangeley, we'll stop here on the way back home to drop the camper off. And at that point, I'll probably be up here camping. My plan today is to get the backhoe off, and what I'm going to put on is the Hud-son Forestry Winch. And that's so I can yard a few trees out. I got to try to clear up a few trees where the camper is going to go. We had one, of course, that fell through the winter and took out the power line. If I think of it, I'll show the power line, but I think it's in a previous video someplace. But I've had the Central Maine Power Company. They've already came out, restored the power, so I'm all set there. When I do get the camper out here, the only thing I need to do is get the siphon going on the well. I've got a gravity feed well that is well up into the hill, and once I get the siphon going, I got water all summer long. And that water is awesome. I've had it tested. It's perfect. So nice water right out of the mountain. So I'll be getting going here in just a few minutes. As anybody might know, in order to attach any implements, the backhoe has to come off first. It's a fairly easy process. I'll take it off right here. The legs stay up ever so slightly, just to keep it from wanting to go over one way or the other. But by pushing down on the bucket, I can take the pressure off these pins. Then detach the hose, and it's unhooked. There's one pin out. There's the two pins out. Now I'll let it roll down a little bit. now put the feet down. And the feet, pull it up off the pin. There's a couple of more pins under here that it has to come up off in order to come out. So, he's up off the pins. The top pins are out. I'm ready to drive off, but first I got to unhook the hydraulics. Anybody's got a tractor like this, I know you can't unhook the hydraulics while it's running. There's too much pressure. So, shut the tractor off, relieve the pressure, and then that fitting comes unhooked pretty easy. Alright, the pressure should be off. Should be able to come unhooked. There's one. There's two. One of these hoses, I can't show you from here, but one of them reconnects back to the tractor to make a loop so that the hydraulic power can still flow within the tractor. All right, she should be able to come unhooked now. That's how easy it is to unhook. But, in order to hook up an implement, I now need to hook the drag links up. That's a tougher project than taking the backhoe off. So, I'm not going to record it. I've got an earlier video, very early video, where I show attaching those links. So, I'm not going to record it. So, I'll be probably starting again when I'm ready to hook up the Hud-son Forestry Winch. So, this is kind of down back a little bit. And this is where I keep my equipment located during the winter. I guess the top didn't want to stay on the bush hog by the looks, but just a quick inventory. I got a 6-foot bush hog, a 6-foot box blade, and under this tarp is the Hud-son Forestry Winch, as well as my wood chipper. So I'm going to have to uncover these. hope there's nothing under it. This top has seen its better day. So, it's a Hud-son Forestry Winch and the Wood-Max power chipper. Does up to 8-inch, I think, but 8-inch softwood. So I'm going to hook up the Forestry Winch. Once you've got your drawbars on the tractor, this is not too bad a job. It's all in getting it aligned just right. I don't have a quick hitch on the tractor, so it's a little more of a job, but I'll get it done. These are the pins. There's one. Pretty easy. I gotta try to hook the drive shaft. Sometimes that's done better with the tractor off, because then you could turn the drive shaft pulley here. Yeah. Button's on. They actually need to come forward just a little bit. forward a little bit to straighten it up again. The pin for the top too. Alright, so it's all hooked on. I'm going to pull ahead a little bit and get another shot of putting up the screen. Alright, I'm going to lift the screen up. For those of you not familiar with that, it's Hud-son forestry equipment. And if you look at the bottom edge, it's shaped a little bit like a bulldozer. Now the reason for that is because when you're pulling a log out of the woods and you've got that down on the ground, you don't want to be pulling your tractor backwards. So you drop that down on the ground, and what it does is it digs in as you're pulling. I've never had it pull me back once it's dug in. So that's installing that. We'll see what we'll do next. Rock walls always fascinate me. This is a rock wall right near the old house. It's unimaginable how much work went into these old rock walls. This rock wall goes on and on into the woods. It is just, like I say, you wonder why farmers and people back in the 1800s had a lot of kids. There you go, pick up all the rocks in the field. The other unimaginable thing is, this was probably all farmland at one time. That's why they cleared and put all them rocks there, to divide up the pasture lands and divide up property lines. That rock wall is probably about 3 feet high, and it's got to be 3, maybe even 4 feet at the base. Unbelievable. Anyway, back to work. Dragging logs using the Hud-son Forestry Winch is one option, but whenever I've got enough room and I could pick the log up, I'd prefer that, because then I'm not getting the back all loaded with dirt and rocks, which, you know, I'll find them on the sawmill. I'd rather not, but These tongs here, I've got a few videos on these tongs, and they're pretty awesome. If anybody's got a trailer accessory for the front of their tractor, this hooks right onto the trailer accessory, and I'd recommend getting them, especially if you're moving any big hunks of wood. This accessory is great for moving around trailers. But when I'm not moving around trailers, that's when I want to move around logs. And this unit here does just that. You can see it's got a 2x2 receiver. And it hooks right in. Now the purpose of this chain, the chain actually helps me. I connect the chain just under where it hitches, and I connect it to one of these rungs, and by doing that, when I tilt, I can open the tongs, or I can tilt it back and close the tongs. So it makes it a one-man operation. Otherwise, you pretty much could have two people, somebody to open the tongs, and I like my method better. Yeah, once the chain is hooked on, when this is rotated back, the tongs are closed. When I go to pick up a log, I raise it up and then empty it out. This way I can back over the log, drop these onto the log, and when I angle back, it closes on the log. You watch it as I close it, as I rotate back. And that's how one man picks up a log. Now to go after some of those birch trees.